Listen to the exhaust on that A8. Sounds good. Should do a video just on the exhaust, huh? Yeah, maybe I might. Sounds really, really good. Yeah, we're gonna wash this bad boy up. It's hot. I don't know what year it is. I'll find out those particulars here in a second. Listen to this exhaust. Sounds great. I don't know what kind of exhaust it is, but it sounds awesome. Let's listen to that exhaust again. Sounds good. Sounds really good. I don't know if I'm gonna do an exhaust clip video, but this exhaust sounds great. Don't know what it is, but it sounds fantastic. Gonna definitely have to ask them. Those are 19-inch Voxx wheels. They're staggered. They're 285, 35, 20s, or yeah, 20s on the back. 285, 35, 20s on the back. Those are Voxx wheels. Apparently, that's just a straight exhaust. So when we get done cleaning this thing, we'll have to listen to that. Okay, so in my previous video, when I was washing that Mercedes E320, I talked about I just like simple products. So I just got some turtle wax wash in here. I'm gonna use a power washer to foam this up. Unlike that other video, I don't have any wheel cleaner, so we are going to just do these wheels the old-fashioned way. I'm just gonna soap them up really good, and I'm gonna use that wheel brush. We're gonna clean all the way in there and get these beautiful 20-inch wheels sparkling clean. Okay, we got our soapy water, we've got our wheel brush and everything like that. And like I said, I don't have any wheel spray. I wish I did for this. It would make it a lot easier. Like on the E320 that I just did. If you want to see me, if you want to see that video of me washing this one, or washing that one over there, that white E320, that 01, I'll put a link up in the corner right now. Okay, the first thing I did was get this wheel wet. I power washed it really fast. That knocked off a lot of the dirt. We can see it's already a lot cleaner and knocked off a lot of dirt. It cooled off the wheel a little bit. Remember what I said about when the wheels are hot, you can actually see it smoking a little bit. So maybe it's good that we don't have any wheel cleaner, because this is the time that stuff can burn onto the wheel when it's too hot if you don't get it off fast enough. So we're just going to use some soap and water and the brush and get it done. Okay, so let's talk about these wheels real fast. So like I said, I didn't have any wheel cleaner to do these, and they came pretty clean with just using soapy water and the scrub brush. But if we look up really close, we can see that, you know, the wheels behind there, a lot of that brake dust is burned on there. And the front wheels, that'll happen if you don't clean it frequently. Eventually the wheel gets so hot that it bakes it onto there, and it's really hard to get off of there. Now maybe a little bit more would have come off with the spray, but check out the back, because like the back wheels, they don't do as much braking force, and look how much cleaner the back of those wheels are, right? Because they just don't take as much. They don't. A car doesn't use the back brakes as much as it uses the front brakes, so the heat isn't the same, and so you can see the difference and how it should be. But you know, one way to make sure that no matter whether you have spray for your wheels or not, one way to make sure you keep it clean and make it easy, you don't burn any brake dust on your wheels, is just to clean them frequently. You know, we haven't even taken a good look at this Audi A8 L. I'm not sure what year it is. Could be an 08, could be an 07, could be an 09. I'll have to ask the owner when I see him in a second. I've been wiping the wheels down. I'm doing this one a little faster than I'm doing the Mercedes. So if you want a little more detail about how I particularly wash a car, then you might want to watch the Mercedes if you're feeling like I might be skipping ahead a little fast. So I have washed 3 of the 4 wheels. I still need to wash the other side, the passenger side front wheel. I still need to do that, but I've got the car wet. So after I wash that other wheel down, and I used the wash mitt too. I came back and washed these wheels with the wash mitt, and it made them significantly cleaner. This wheel looks quite clean. So I'm really happy with the way the wheels are coming out. And I did the front wheel with that wash mitt too, and it got a little bit better, but yeah, there's still quite a bit of pitting and stuff in that wheel from some of that brake dust burning on there, but it looks really good. And again, this car has a straight exhaust. It's straight piped, and it sounds fantastic. We'll definitely do a little revving and stuff like that at the end of the video when I get done washing this thing. So I'm going to clean that other wheel, and then I need to put some more soap and water in that bucket, and then we'll wash the car up. So when the car's all soapy, maybe I'll turn the camera back on. I said I would turn the camera back on when the car is soapy. Apparently and clearly the car is not soapy. But I just want to see the size of look at these exhaust tips. The owner says he does not know what kind of exhaust is on there. If it's just straight, I guess there is no mufflers on there, I guess. So yeah, it's gonna be cool to listen to this thing because it sounds pretty cracking. Okay, so we're all washed up now. Well, I've got soap on the car now, so yeah, we're all washed up technically. This one is in a lot better shape than the E320. Maybe Frank needs one of these A8s in his life, although I would like an S8, right? You could get one of these in the S8 and you get the Bang & Olufsen sound system with it. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? That's it right there. Now we know why Jason Statham and that first, what was it, Transporter movie? He had one of these, didn't he? Yeah, I think he did. No, that was a Beamer. I think in the second one, he had one of these. At any rate, none of that matters. Let's just rinse off this car before all this soap dries on it. Then we'll get to the interior while the car is drying. Okay, we got it rinsed off. This thing is looking good. I don't know what this exact color gray is. Once I find out the year, I could easily go back. It's already got a nice shine on it right now. We're gonna let it air dry. This one's probably gonna dry a little slower than that Mercedes I did because this paint isn't as dry. Dry paint just dries a lot, or paint that's dry, oxidized, stuff like that, doesn't have a shine to it. It dries really quick. This car, we could see that this paint, this water is still beating up on this car. This car has been waxed, and so I might have to break out the chamois on this bad boy, but we'll let it air dry. Well, maybe I'll break out the chamois real quick and we'll chamois off some of the heavy water, and then we'll let the rest of it air dry, and then we'll do the interior, and then we can put the wax on. We don't want to put the wax on if the paint's wet. It just makes a hot mess, so we don't want to do that. I don't know about you, but I like to use a real chamois, and I'm talking about those newfangled ones they have that just look like faux chamois. This is a real leather chamois. I'm not going to talk about how to chamois because you can do a Google search on that. So I'm just going to chamois this thing real quick because you know what? I think it's starting to rain out here, so I need to put a move on this. Okay, the chamois made this thing look great. It's cleaned up great. This thing's already got a wonderful shine on it. I don't know if the wax is going to happen because the weather's kind of iffy. That little sprinkling that was happening has stopped, but man, you just don't know when it's going to start, and that could just create a hot mess if you get the wax down and can't get it up in time. But yeah, we'll see. But this thing is really, really shiny, but the interior is black, and it needs some attention. So let's take a look inside real quick. Well, actually, maybe it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It needs a good vacuum and a really good wipe down. And you know what? It'll probably look like $1 million. You know why it'll look like $1 million? Because I'm going to do it. So that's why it'll look good. But yeah, it'll clean up pretty good in here, I think. Look at the extra leg room you get with the long wheelbase. That's what the L stands for in the A8 L. Means long wheelbase variant. Because a lot of German sedans, the 7 Series, BMW, the S-Class Mercedes, and the A-Class Audi, they all come in short wheelbase and a long wheelbase configurations. I think Mercedes actually doesn't do that. In the US, they only give you the long wheelbase version. I think over in Europe, you can get a short wheelbase, I think, over in Europe, but not so much in the States. Okay, so I'm feeling good about the weather. I put the power washer up. We're gonna get ready to vacuum or get set up to vacuum here. But before I vacuum, I wanna hit up these door jambs. I haven't even taken a look at them really to see what they look like. I'm gonna assume that these probably look pretty, yeah, they look pretty good. These we could just put a little spray wax in here and wipe them down with a nice dry towel, and that'll come out just fine on these door jambs. So we're gonna wipe the door jambs, we're gonna get a vacuum in, and then before we start wiping the interior, I think I'll go ahead and throw the wax down. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll check back, see where we're at. So yeah, here's how you do a door jamb like a boss. When they're not super tore up, you can get yourself a little spray wax, spray these door jambs. Yeah, buddy. That's what I'm talking about, son. You just do it like that, right? You get a little gloss on there. Don't forget to do the doors too, right? Get all the way up in there too. Get all the way in there. Make it perfect. Yeah, this one's coming out right. Boy, this Audi is starting to look right. You know what? If this was mine, it'd have to put in some work tonight. We'd have to go driving this bad boy tonight. So it's all wiped down. The door jambs are wiped down. I just got done wiping the wheels because they were wet. So I wiped those so they didn't dry with hard water stains. I didn't want to deal with that. The door jambs look great. This car is in good nick, right? This car is in real good nick. It's got the burl walnut, which is my favorite you watch this channel, and you already know that when I do building prices. If you don't watch this channel, you see that subscribe link in the bottom right corner? Yeah, go ahead and hit that, and now you'll be subscribed, and you can check out, you know, all the stuff I do in regards to cars. So what's next? What's next? I think I want to do the interior windows. And then we'll throw the vacuum down, because you know what, it's starting to sprinkle again. So, you know, I'm just not sure about that wax. If the owner wants me to come back, then maybe I'll just come back for the wax. So let's hit the interior glass real fast. It certainly needs it. I can see it from here. Maybe you can't, but I can. Actually, you know what, I was thinking we're not going to do the windows first, because then I'm going to turn around and scrub the doors, and then they're going to get the windows all splattered out. And so I was going to say, well, we'll do the scrubbing first, but think maybe we'll vacuum first, seeing that there's like a bee dead stuck down in here, and I don't want to wipe and smush him in there. So since he's sitting in there and he's dictating things apparently, we'll go ahead and vacuum the car, pull the mats out, and just go ahead and vacuum the thing super good first. Of course, this side isn't as bad as the other side. I just got done doing the other side of the car, and it was really bad. But of course, that's the driver's side, so a lot of times the driver will drive by themselves and nobody else is on this side. It's not so bad over here, but it was really bad on the other side. But we're getting it cleaned up. This thing's actually, what this thing needed the most was a good interior wipe down. It was like really dirty, like under here. It was really cruddy, and it's still very cruddy and dusty and all that under here. You know what I'm saying? You can tell that it just hasn't been wiped down in a while. Look at the dust like set into the gauges and into the instrument cluster. You can see how there's all that dirt in there, and that you could just tell that's just time. That just means that nobody's put a rag inside this interior in a long time. That's what that is. But it's gonna look good when we get done with it. Here's a good shot of what the whole other side looked like. Tons of stuff like that. It was all over here. I can still get up under there. I thought that seat went a little further. Let's get up under there a little bit further. I see a lighter under there. Yeah, that seat does scoot up a little bit further. But yeah, we can see that. You gotta be thorough. You gotta be thorough. That's the name of the game with detail. That's why they call it auto detail. Okay, so we vacuumed the interior. I was gonna start wiping the panels right now, but you know what? I think I am gonna throw the wax on, and I wanna get that on before it gets dark, before the rain comes, all of that there. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw the wax on really fast, and while the wax is just sitting on the car, then we'll go ahead and scrub the interior real fast, take the wax off, then we'll be starting to try to wrap it up. You know what I mean? All right, let's put the wax on. I'll see you after I apply it. Okay, we got the wax on. I vacuumed under the driver's seat that I had missed that little section right there. So now, really, what's left to do is wipe this interior down really good. That means the door panels, the seats, the console, all that needs to be wiped down really good. And then I need to do the interior windows after that. And then we can close the doors and take the wax off. Before we take the wax off, we'll do the exterior glass. Then we'll take the wax off, and then we're getting there. So after we get the interior gone through, we'll be on the good foot by then. Okay, I've got the interior all wiped down. Well, step one of it, I like to use that tough stuff first, just like I did on that E320. I like to use that, and then I like to use that turtle wax like dash and window cleaner, and I'll show you what that looks like in a second. But the interior cleaned up really nice in here. It looks great. It was really dirty, had a lot of pet hair and a whole bunch of stuff, but it cleaned up really well in here. So that's step one of the wipe down. We'll do one more wipe down, then we'll do one more quick vacuum to pick up any loose crumbs, then we'll do the windows, and then we're done on the inside. This is the stuff I'm talking about that I like to use on the interior. After I use that tough stuff to do the first wipe down, it sometimes will leave a little bit of haze or something like that. That's why I like to go over it with this dash and glass, and it smells really good too. Okay, so the interior is all wiped down and it's all vacuumed. The mats are vacuumed, the mats are put back in, the final vacuum's done to pick up any loose lint from wiping it down, because that'll loosen up stuff that was in the seats you didn't see the first time you vacuumed, all that. So really, I just got to hit the inside windows, and the interior is done. The sun is going down. We need to get this wax off this car, but I'm not worried about it. We got plenty of time, and I got an awesome orbital, and this car, the exterior is in really good shape, so it's just going to take but a hot second. Okay, so this thing is looking right. The interior's done, the glass is done on the inside, the glass is done on the outside. all we got to do is put the orbital on this thing, take the wax off before it gets dark, stand back, admire my work, and then go home. It looks really good. This thing's about to shine here in about 5 seconds. So yeah, let's put the orbital on this thing, get it done. Ooh, it is shiny. I have just taken the wax off with the orbital. Woo, it looks good. Look at the shine. Look at the shine down the side. It looks fantastic. The light is almost gone. All I really need to do, just like I did with the Mercedes E320, is I just need to go over it with a microfiber really fast to go catch any wax that I might have missed. And you know what? We're done. You know what, guys? That's a wrap. I've wiped this car down. We've cleaned it inside and out. It looks wonderful. It's got a ton of shine on it. It looks great going down the road. This guy has got to go take a victory lap in this Audi A8. I still haven't found out the year. I will before I put the video up. Okay, guys, I'm gonna wrap the video up. Actually, this is a 2006 Audi A8 Quattro with the 4.2 liter V8 in it. I thought they only came in 2007, 8, or 9. I guess they come in 06 as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. If the owner's gone, I was going to show a clip of the straight pipe, but the owner's gone. We heard a little bit of it at the beginning, so yeah, you hear it sounds pretty beefy, pretty cool car. If you thought this video was interesting, helpful, or informative, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching. You can't really see it, but this one's got the puddle lights that have the Audi logo on it. You can see the Audi, you see it moving there? See, it says Audi right there, the puddle light. Pretty cool. All right, I'm out of here.